No, I'm finna start. Pause. Ready?
Pause.
Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight, we are reviewing Black Ink Crew Chicago Season 9, Episode 11. These two. Before we start, D, tell them what to do.
Smack.
Tell them what to do.
Smack that thumb up. Smack that thumb up and subscribe to our channel.
Move boy, so we can get started. So we can start off the
I ain't moving.
Come on, you gonna tell us what happened on Black Ink Crew?
Okay.
Not a whole lot.
So Black Ink Crew, somebody being crazy.
You're right. Okay.
I do not know who that is. But smack that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Trying to beat up his head will keep touching me.
All right, y'all.
I'm not playing.
We're gonna fight over here. Okay. So Black Ink Crew is back, and that's the block. That's the block. We're registering people to get vaccination shots, and if you get a shot, I guess you get a tattoo. Or if you register, they're registered to get vaccination. Did you have to register and do it? I guess. I mean, when it first started.
I mean, I didn't have to register. I made an appointment, and then
I don't know what New York got going on. I thought that was odd.
Maybe it's just for that event. You know, I think it's weird when people have this stand, and I stand by what I said originally. For me, I said I was going to get the vaccination when I felt comfortable. I didn't know what was going to make me feel comfortable or what it was going to make me, turn that page. Whatever happened when it did, I did. Now, if you're not comfortable, then I can't judge because I made my own decision. However, it's interesting that a free tattoo would inspire you to do it. I feel like the vaccination has been free all this time. So why is a tattoo now your incentive to go, okay, if I'll get a tattoo by Steve, now I'll do it. That sounds crazy to me.
And Steve's probably ain't even want a tattoo. You probably gonna get a tattoo by a dog.
That's a strange way. I mean, like, respect to what they're doing, but I just think, okay, that's weird. Now I'm not gonna get it, but now I'll get it because I get a free tattoo.
Everybody back, Puma back. Even though Puma let us know he was in love with Atlanta, he's not ready to move because the money in New York is just too good right now. C's is stressed because he has this open CPS case in New York. He thought everything was good, but New York know you for your work. Okay, that's what that is. I was like, no, let's look more into this because we've been
so irritating. Like,
yeah, come on.
Are we really supposed to be feeling sorry for you, bro? Like, is that what's supposed to happen?
Atlanta was like, oh, it's C's. He's a little TV star. And Atlanta was like, we've been having trouble. I mean, New York was like, we've been having trouble with you for years, C's. Let's look into this. It's
like a phone book. That probably was like 1997.
Yeah. Rock and Crystal, they still in a relationship. But she's moved out. She's moved down the street. They're doing better now than they were when they were in ATL. They moved way too fast. Y'all shouldn't have
moved in together. They moved in together.
When back then, when they was doing all that beef, and last season they were living together. So now she moved down the street.
In their house in Atlanta, but I didn't know.
No, they were together. Yeah. That's what I said. They moved way too fast.
I personally, we have talked about this just because our industry is similar. That work together, live together thing, nobody wants to be doing that.
That's too much us time.
Especially when you're fighting. Now you got to go to work. And be in the same building together? No. And it's a tattoo shop. So it's not even like you work in the same building. Like y'all are literally in the same space.
And then all, especially how C's run his tattoo shop, it's a whole lot of nonsense going on for you to be up in there with your partner. That don't
With your
work.
partner, right?
Okay, so since the water's gone, C's decided to make Tati the new manager of 125th. Because that and she begged all last season. So he was like, let her have it, you know.
Do anybody work at 125th?
We don't even know who's in
Does
120.
anybody? I
No.
mean, we know Walt stole some gold teeth, but what else is going on over there?
I thought 125th was supposed to be the one they really work out of. So Tati, that means if you're manager in 125th, why you been down here the whole episode? Go manage 125th. You don't want to manage 125th because there ain't no cameras at 125th. She was like, no, I wanted this shot with the camera. I didn't want 125th. Well, you got it. So Atlas pop up. Ain't nobody seen them since he been back from ATL. And they like, are you good? And, you know, because the last time they saw him, he was getting beat up by Donna. He replied, you know, he was just being extra, y'all. The cut that he had on his face wasn't from Donna. That was from when he was shaving. Okay. He said he lied. He said, Big Mama didn't do that to me. Okay. I lied.
Is it just me, or do you hate it when he calls her Big Mama?
Yes, especially after I didn't see him get beat up. You know what I'm
Big
saying?
Mama is the lady on Soul Food that cooks all the good stuff, and she's all sweet and lovely.
I mean,
Donna
she
is
definitely
not Big Mama.
she's shaped like Big Mama.
Okay, but we're talking about,
Big Mama.
you know, the term Big Mama.
She act like his big mama. She tells him what to do. She act like she his big mama.
All the way down to beating that ass when he get out of line.
Yeah, yeah. So me, Trina, my friend Trina, shout out to Trina, was having this conversation about Black Ink Crew. And she was like, that's why when we first seen Donna, she was getting beat up by her boyfriend.
Tell Trina, I need her to get down in the comments so we can all be a part of this conversation.
Right. I'm gonna have her on here. She'll get on down. She'll get on here. But yeah, that's why Donna been putting her hands on people. Okay, so
yeah, she's put her hands on she was trying to put her hands on Tati.
She was. It's horrible. He's at
I just want to know, like, Alex, love. This is the problem with that. Like, that lie doesn't make you look good. Not the one you just told. Like, nobody lies. A lie is supposed to work in your favor, right? So if you tell a lie, it's supposed to make you look better, right? So how is it that a lie that says my girlfriend kicked my ass gonna make you look?
Well, he said that the only reason why he said that because she had been irritating him all day. So he lied on her and said that she did that to his face.
I realize that, but that don't make sense, Alex.
Who was like, regardless, dude. Regardless of what you're saying, that was domestic violence that we saw. C's was like, look, it don't look healthy. Whatever it is, it don't look healthy.
You had to pretend like you had COVID just to escape her.
Oh, he forgot about that part. He forgot about that lie. He like, look, it's your personal life. I'm not going to tell you to dump her, but she's too toxic. She can't come here. Okay. Plus, he upset because Donna was laughing at his situation with his baby mama and all of that, liking all the comments that people were saying against C's.
Well, she was right about that, C's.
And I really feel like you really only mad at her because of that. Because I think C's could have looked beyond the domestic violence.
Donna should have been gone a long time ago when she made that lady's ankle black. Like, I don't understand why she's there. She can't tattoo. I
really believe that Puma was really disturbed by domestic violence against Alex, I don't think sees so much because y'all jumped that boy. I ain't never gonna forget. Y'all jumped that boy. Y'all did way.
You a big ass, punk ass, tight shirt wearing Ted.
Yeah. Hurt that boy back and all that mess. So y'all did worse. And then the whole thing, you know, which got her and Bay upset is the comment she made on the Shade Room about the Asian hate.
I'm tired of people, and I mean, now I'm all up in my feelings, personal feelings, but
oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm tired of people getting this excuse that they young and that's why they're allowed to do dumb shit. Donna's a grown ass woman. So we're not gonna write her off because she young and stupid. She gets to say stupid shit. Bay is supposed to be your friend. You know darn well that was inappropriate. We're not gonna say she's young. You know, that seems to be the, you know, the ticket to get out of trouble. You grown as hell. You know that's stupid.
She knew what she was saying was hateful. And the first thing would have crossed my mind, and Bay is my real good friend. Bay, are you okay? I just heard what's going on. You right down the street from that, what just happened. Are you okay? That's
what was your reaction when you heard it? Because I right now, at this point, I have had people in my life, Asian friends. Right now, I don't have nobody Asian in my immediate circle. However, when I heard that, I was like, dang, that's fucked up. Like, I didn't see nothing like, you know, how else are you supposed to respond to that except for that's crazy? So
this is like, it's a serial killer out here killing Asians. That's what I'm
right.
What's going on?
That's not funny.
No, I really thought it was a serial killer. Like he was targeting Asians.
I mean, wasn't he though? Wasn't he?
I guess so. Was there any more incidents, or did he get caught?
I think there was one Hispanic dude that was in there, but that was a casualty.
I mean, was there any
like
more after
he was
them?
targeting those specific businesses. Yeah. So that's what it was. So Donna,
well, I'm gonna tell you what my mind went to. I was like, that damn Trump. That's what my mind went to.
Yeah, my first thought was, okay, now we mad at the Asians because COVID, and so now some
because he all on TV talking about
so now
the
some
China.
patriot think he's doing something positive for the U.S. and he's gonna go.
That's exactly what. Because this was around that time when all of that was going on.
That was my first thought. And so Donna, that was your first thought to like say some crazy shit, like you said. This is supposed to be your good friend. Your thought wasn't to be like, oh my God, what the hell? Are you okay? That should have been your response. She didn't even know how to apologize, but I'll let you get to that when you get to it.
Right, that part. And basically that's what Babe was saying. Like she hadn't heard from her. Everybody made mistakes, but she has not apologized. She ain't seen them. She thought they were close. Allison up there making excuses, talking about Big Mama's in therapy for her anger and all of that. I was like, Alice really sounds like somebody, a female, because you usually think of domestic violence.
He's not a wife, he's a battered spouse.
Yeah, and they're making up excuses for them now because really
Isn't that what you do though? Isn't that
that's what he sounds like, because he's not ready to leave the relationship. So now he's making up excuses for Donna. But C's let him know you can come back, but she's not welcome back at Black Ink. I guess that means you won't be on the show no more, Donna.
What is she gonna do?
I don't know.
I don't mean outside of that. I mean, like if Caesar had invited her back, what is you gonna do? Come in there and try to tell people what to do? You don't tattoo. You selling.
She had all last year to push her products, and she failed at that.
She didn't do it. She wanted to fight over having a spot in the front of the salon.
Stupid. So Donna called Alice. He had just left the block party. You know, she's still on this. She ain't put her hands on him. She didn't do nothing to nobody but Bay. But she's, you know, You didn't apologize today, you know. And she's saying, so they want you to choose between me and working there. This is dumb. They didn't say that.
That's not what they said. They
Right.
said he can work there. He's welcome.
Yeah.
You're not.
You're not. And that's he said, well, actually, they said I'm welcome. You're just not. Then she started crying. So now she wants sympathy. Okay. She didn't do anything. She was just trying to boss up, and she talking about she felt abandoned and they wanted her out for a long time. They gave you like ample choices and time after time. You was doing stuff and they was letting you come
and not
back.
one time, and I can't stand C's, but not one time has she ever been humble about it. Like she came through there every single time acting like they owe her something, because I've been here since day one. And the fact of the matter is that show was established before you got there. You came there from Ohio or wherever you came from in order to be on the show that was already established. So don't act like you did anything like to build the brand.
Nothing. So we got Tati at home, y'all. We find out 2 of her cousins moved out while she was in Atlanta. Now, we let us know that when she visited her home, when she was in Atlanta, something happened. Now I'm gonna rewind this. Y'all remember I thought her ass was on drugs. Remember, she was like determined, I gotta go home, I gotta go home, I gotta go home. Well, this is why she had to go home. So her cousins are telling the story. They said they woke up to the police with a gun in his face, telling him to put his hands up. They already had Tati in the kitchen. She was handcuffed and they took her, okay? They showed Tati come back home. She had a warrant out for her arrest. She's out on a release date until she got to go back to court. She said she don't want to talk about what she was being charged for because she was afraid they was going to use it against her. However, she ain't had to talk about it because it was a whole news report. Hello, everybody. We sent it on the court, the stairs of the courthouse, reporting some big time shit going on. This was some big time drug shit going on, because they just do them kind of reports just for, regular Joe Smo has some shit on them. No, this was a big time drug deal that went wrong, okay? She explained this.
Doesn't it seem like it was designed to go wrong, though? Like who?
And girl, like who? This was some of the dumbest stuff
was
ever.
This stupid or what?
Dang.
I thought the Tinder swindler was stupid, but I think you might be more stupid than the Tinder swindler.
Oh yeah, because they were stupid. No, they were stupid. So this has been a long-term investigation. That means they've been watching you and this dude for a long time, okay? And her friend, the drug dealer, part 1, because you drug dealer part 2.
Stop saying her friend.
She said her
friend.
Big
ding-a-ling dong something that's keeping her retarded. Okay. I can't imagine you do that for your friend.
He arranged for 3 kilos of cocaine to be shipped from Puerto Rico to her P.O. box.
How much is that? What did that look like?
I was trying, look, because
I watched Power, but how much
is that?
How many bricks is that?
Let's see, what do 3
Hey,
kilos?
Google, how many is a kilo?
Oh, you can't? 3 kilos in pounds. 3 kilos is 6.614 pounds. Is that a lot?
6 pounds? It seems like a lot, enough to fit in a.
Was it like, okay, so we used to seeing them in the list. Right. So that's 6 of them bad boys. He then shipped to her P.O. box. And that's why last season she was freaking out, not because I miss home, because she knew that stuff was getting delivered to her P.O. box. Either 1, she had to get there and get it, or 2, They had already intercepted it and she was losing her
I
shit.
think she had to get there and get it. I think the shit popped
Yeah.
off after.
Woo.
She was trying to act like the basement flooded. I'm like, call the plumber. That's an easy fix.
That you got 5 plus grandma and grandpa was there. All them grown folks there, and you talking about your basement. Your ass is caught, and they got you on camera.
Had
Get
to
the hell
come
out.
home and check the
Tati
mail.
girl, you going to jail. Your ass going to jail, Tati.
You about to lose
Girl.
your job.
Why do y'all go on TV knowing y'all doing this shit? I don't understand that. Yeah.
Can I tell you the way my stress level works is there's no way you're gonna be delivering any kilos to my PO box.
Man.
I can't. With my
Tati
name on
had
it,
already been
it's in
in
my
trouble
name.
before.
It's going directly into my box.
Yeah. Yeah. Tati was in trouble before on some drug shit. So you're not the
Doesn't
best.
it seem like it would be less stressful to just have the shit delivered to my house?
Nope. Nope.
I mean, I don't want it there either, but I damn sure don't want it in the PO box.
Stupid. So C's meet with his lawyer. He sent Crystal a cease and desist letter, okay? This girl read it on Instagram. She was like, and then let me tell you what I got in the mail today. Every
What's
time.
wrong with her too? Girl, what?
Mhm.
You get a cease and desist and you thought that it was directly.
Yep.
You know what's
like-
weird? People that talk to Instagram land. Hello, Instagram land.
I don't know, because I don't be on there like that. They be talking to them. I'm about to go on Instagram now.
I be on there, but I'm just saying, like, I never really get the urge to go, like, if I got a cease and desist, I wouldn't be like, hello, people on Instagram, my sorry ass baby daddy. Like, I don't understand.
She want attention though. This is the
She got
only
it.
getting attention.
She got it.
Mm-hmm.
She should get help is what she needs for her and her daughter. That's what she needs.
And what he said, every time she go online, the blogs pick it up, but that's why she's going online. He's more upset though, because he's getting dogged out on the blogs.
They should both be getting dogged out, personally, I think, because as wrong as Caesar is, his daughter was online like F this, F that, and the MF this and that. And I was like, she talking about her daddy? So, like, I feel like.
So where's the home training?
Who's in charge here?
She is.
Well,
She is.
I mean,
Because
what
nobody
she
seen.
all the way
Nobody
back to
saw nothing wrong
arguing
with
with
that.
C's when he was getting Duchess to pay the daggone child support like Crystal.
Mm-hmm. And then you change your whole face and go after him.
Ew.
It's clearly
Only to be embarrassed.
yeah. Well, this fool,
Girl, I know some people out there holding on for dear life.
she went online and posted a police report. And it had his home address on it. Dummy. Why you ain't block that out? You doing too much. Like she said, both of y'all doing way too much. Okay.
Now that falls into a whole nother category because you can't be putting people's personal.
Right. Right. So now he don't feel safe in his home, which is understandable because
I get it.
home address out there. So dumb. So dumb. But he said losing contact with his daughter should be enough for Crystal, but she want to ruin his good name. I'm like, see, your name ain't that good. Because here's the thing, though. Even though we understand that she's taking this way to the left, something.
She's not responsible for your good name being tarnished, though.
Right. It wasn't hard for us to believe that what your daughter said was true either. And if you were such a good person, I don't think nobody would have been like, well, that sounds like, see, so we didn't see you flipping and tripping and acting a fool and fighting people on your show, your good name. Lawyer suggests putting a lawsuit solely on Crystal, not the daughter. Well, guess what, lawyer? That's gonna cause more issue because it's not gonna be solely on Crystal. The daughter is gonna feel the effect because she lives with the mama.
And we know that she's one of those mothers that be talking smack all the time. Like this girl is, what do they call it? Parental alienation. I think there's probably a whole lot of parental alienation because I personally, just in my personal situation, I can sit around and say a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like that's gonna make my kids feel good. And
here's the
if they have an opportunity to have any type of relationship, I'm pro that. You know what I'm saying?
Crystal not gonna do that. Crystal gonna get that in the mail and she gonna say, look at this. Your daddy got a restraining order against us. It can say Crystal all day long, but she gonna say, look at this. Look what he did to us. That's exactly how that's gonna go down.
And I'm a witness to that shit works. Even when you got a good ass daddy, even when you have a very good dad, these moms can really like mind fuck their kids into thinking that it's not that situation.
We see Spider, he got him a new house in New Jersey, okay? Now we know Spider really wanted to stay in ATL, okay? But he said C's gave him an ultimatum. He had to come on back, or if you wanna, or you're gonna lose all this. It would have probably been nice though. C's opened up Black Ink in Atlanta. He could have left Spider down there.
Well, Spider, do you want to tape in Atlanta though? Or do you want to just be a tattoo artist, or do you want to be on a TV show? Because if you want to be on a TV show, then you're going to have to be in New York. It's not taped in Atlanta. If you just want to be a tattoo artist in Atlanta.
So maybe if he get him a Chicago, a New York, I don't know. I don't want no more Black Inks. We're going to talk about the next one, but I don't want no more. I'm good.
You know, I'm good.
I'm good. So his wife is setting him up to see a specialist because he said he's feeling electricity like shooting through his arm and his neck. Sound like to me he got some kind of nerve damage going on because that's what that electricity feeling is. And then he said, you know, he's probably being overworked because right now he picking up the slack at work for i.e. Crystal and Rock.
I call bullshit.
You don't think he picking it up?
No.
I think they bullshitting too though.
How much, like, you don't have to, like, you know what I'm saying?
He wants that money.
How busy are Crystal and Rock that he had to like take up what slack? You don't have to.
Maybe not for Rock. He probably had to pick up some stuff for Crystal. I don't think Rock got too many clients.
Like, I feel like in my situation, I can only do as much as I can do, period. Like, I can't pick up any slack. I can only do what I can do. Busy is a good thing. So if I'm booked and busy, that means I'm making money. But I'm not picking up no slack on nobody because I can only do what I can do. If you need more people, you need more people. Or somebody ain't getting tattooed. And not so much so that he feels like now it landed him in the hospital with electricity in his arm though.
No, he got nerve damage going on. And they got him stressed out.
Why does he have such a hard on for Rock and Crystal? Who really gives a shit what they're doing? Why is he so pressed by that?
Because they irritating as shit. They just irritating.
They're not there. So how are they being irritating? He said they're not there.
Well, he started crying. He's upset because he said he don't want to leave his family. And I don't really think it's nothing to that extreme. I think he just, you know, men don't want to go to the doctor. I think he, like I said, it's some kind of nerve damage. I don't think it's to the point to where he might pass away. But the only thing I will be nervous about is if this nerve damage is going to affect him.
Tattooing?
Yeah.
Well, he should get it checked out then.
Yeah. Well, his wife, he got
like at a particular age where it's just time for you to, like, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you grow older and it ain't that old, like 30, 40, and you start feeling a way different than you used to.
Well, he got a good wife. So wifey gonna make sure that he got his butt at the specialist. So Crystal and Rod, speaking of which, has been missing work together. So Tati is talking about splitting them up. And they asked Tati, well, which one would you take? And they was like, either answer she choose is gonna be a shit show. So, but she would take Crystal. See, nobody want Rock. Why would you pick Rock? If I'm gonna take somebody, I'm gonna take the best one. I'm gonna take Crystal.
Crystal did win the tattoo contest, and she did beat what's his name, Spider. She did like beat you in the contest, just saying.
Right. So if I'm gonna take somebody, I'm gonna take Crystal. I'm not taking Rock. We seen Rock with his little thing, his little pitiful stuff. Ted come in with his dog Kimchi. Do anybody care about that? Ted still ain't doing shit. All right. Donna calls Alex. She want to talk to Bay. She feels she only needs to apologize to her. And so he go over.
How come she didn't call back? They wouldn't answer the phone?
She didn't call back.
I'm just wondering.
So he takes the phone over there and she get on the phone. The first thing she says, you can't stop what you're doing to talk to me. Hello? She did stop. She said hello. She did better than I would have did because I would have been like, I got a
I'm
claim.
straight. I'm good.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been this long. I haven't talked to her. I don't see any reason why I need to talk to her now.
Right. She said, well, I've been trying to talk to you for months. She's
no, you
like,
haven't.
My number. You didn't call her until the cameras came on. You ain't been trying to talk to her. But Bay agreed to meet up with her to have a conversation to hear her side of whatever was going on. She's so irritating. That's a hello. She go in.
I hope she don't come back, to be honest.
I done had enough of Donna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rock and Crystal, they show up for work. I guess they came in talking about they like the 125th shop better. So they've been over there, it seems like. I don't know if they were over there tattooing, but they weren't at Brooklyn. They come in talking about they like the other shop better. Well, you ain't got to worry about it, Crystal, because they plan on you going over there. I'm glad you like it. They tell them they're thinking about separating them too. Rock staying in Brooklyn, and then Spider go in talking about he's been doing y'all clients.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Why do Spider feel like he need to say anything? Like when Tati was saying that, there was no issue. Like they didn't flip out or nothing.
She ain't actually the manager over there. See, that's what I'm saying. Tati, why you over there? Your ass supposed to be at 100.
I don't know, but whenever she said that, there was no issue. They were kind of like, okay, well.
Yeah, they didn't get mad. They did not get mad until Spider jumped in. Crystal said it was only one. And that's because I was over there. No, she said that when they booked with her, it was booking them at Brooklyn instead of, so it seemed like she'd been at the other shop anyway tattooing. So it sounded like they was.
So they didn't know that? So Tati didn't
have
any idea about that she was tattooing at the other place?
Girl.
That was a mystery?
I mean, they came in saying they liked the other one better. So it seemed like that's where they've been at. And we already know the other shop is a better shop. That was the nice shop.
I'm just saying, if you're working at the other shop, why is that a mystery? How come when your clients come in that Spider has been so, busy taking care of, how couldn't he say they're over at the other shop?
Right.
Now, I don't know where they are. They're lost, and now I'm being forced to cover all their shit.
Maybe
Come on, Black Ink, do better.
Right, because it didn't make sense. Because she said, I was over here, and they was booking them in the opposite shop. And yeah, that's a phone call. Yeah, you just done blew that whole spot. Now, writers, I need y'all to do better.
Do better.
Um, so Rock and Spider, they get into a little razzle dazzle, okay, and they going back and forth like they want to fight. The crew break them up, okay. Rock like ain't nobody gonna be talking to me sideways in front of my girl because I'm not finna get jumped on like Alex because she don't like that shit. Okay. So if I don't whip your ass, I'm gonna have to deal with her crazy ass later on. Okay. So
is Diddy at home worried that you gonna kick his ass?
no, that's not a thing.
We're not a thing here. I don't think nobody's worried about me.
No, but he worried because he knows he got to deal with Crystal ass if he lets Spider talk to him any kind of way. So he bucking up, okay? Because he had to deal with her all last season here, like, I don't do punks and you a punk. You know what I'm saying? They pull him out. C's walk up and like, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here acting a fool. We just had the whole little party out here. We trying to look different for the people because he got to change his image because he got this court case going on. So he can't look like this violent person that he been every season, but this one. So he like, y'all can't be out here and I got this active court case coming on. Take y'all asses.
Everybody, I mean, at the end of the day, thank you, Steve, for finally making your people stop fighting with each other.
Because Ryan put the stop on that shit season 2. He was like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So he bring him inside. You know, Spider tried to sing like, you know, he did he ask him what was going on? Because somehow the health issue come up, okay? But basically Toxic like, look, Spider, your ass is the aggressive. You almost knocked my ass down, okay? So you was tripping. C's like, bottom line, y'all need to grow up or y'all can't be a part of this company.
Well, then nobody works there.
Right. Crystal turns into a whole Karen. I got anxiety. I can't do this. It's too much for me. She starts crying. Spider like, oh, now I'm gonna be the blame for this. So then Rock jumped in on it again and they go back and forth.
Okay, but again, Spider, you do be picking on her. Like, what is your deal? Like, why is it that, like, you know, you always trying to like slight what she do? Your little, you know, like she a little girl and you need to take lessons from you. Why? Because as an artist, I pay attention to people whose work I admire. If I'm not admiring your shit, I don't have to take note from you. So Spider, why you know, stop picking on Crystal for God's sake. She finna work at the other location anyway.
Thank God.
Leave Rock alone. He's a little guy. Why are you trying to beat up on Rock? That's stupid.
Because he's a little guy.
So, but you're a big guy. That looks dumb.
That's what they do there. That's what they do. Look at Alex. They beat up on little people. All of them. C's, Ted, Donna, Spider. Y'all jump on little people.
I don't know why some big joker feels like, and I know sometimes little niggas be like real, you know, feisty.
Yeah, but Rock ain't that dude.
He's not. So why is your big ass like trying to always be, you know, fight with Rock? It's so dumb.
Because he ain't that dude.
He ain't even doing nothing.
She says something going on with Spider. I don't know what it is. But we're going to take Rock and Crystal over to 125th Street.
So that problem was not solved. Everything y'all just...
No.
What a waste of a conversation.
It sounds like Rock and Crystal is over there working anyway, like you said.
They don't seem to have any
In the
issue
door.
working with each other. That's not their
Yeah.
problem. They're not in your shop causing confusion. Their relationship is not causing any issues. Matter of fact, they was in a relationship for a long time before they ever even told y'all that they was together.
Tati, she started talking about she worried about C's finding out about her case. I'm like, do he not watch the news? We just seen the whole press conference. He don't watch the news. Tatiana, they said your whole
I
name.
don't see how that would affect your job there. C seems to be like, I don't know why that would be an issue. Find out what, how.
I mean, between C's and Ted and them, I'm sure it was some drug cases.
It's fine. You shouldn't be worried about that.
Puma.
You should be worried about whether
yeah.
you're gonna be locked up. They don't let me out.
Cause you ain't gonna be mad at nothing. You finna be locked up.
You ain't got to worry about it.
Cell block nigga. C's get a call to go turn on the blog, check the blog, and then the whole thing about him suing his baby mama is out in all the blogs. They asked, was it Ted? Ted want to know, well, how is this going to affect Cheyenne? He's like, it's not going to. Yeah, it is. He said, well, he got to let the world know because it's affecting his business. I'm like, this is affecting your business as well. Like, either way.
He's the only one that ever asked about Cheyenne.
And as we see next week, Ted ain't having this. He don't like this shit out. Or, you know, Ted all about family.
Probably because he's the only one that has known that kid since from the beginning.
Yeah. Ted don't play about family. That part we know. We at Bay's shop. Bay still like, y'all cute over there, but I got my own shop and this is where I do my real work, okay? Havoc for Mob Deep come up in the shop.
And Bay is an amazing tattooer. Like she's really good.
They talk about, you know, the Asian hate that went down to ATL and, you know, how she's dealing with that. And he talk about how he's been dealing with a lot since Prodigy passed away. And, you know, just, you know, we got to stay strong, keep on pushing back. He get this little on the strong survive tattoo. It was a little yang. It wasn't much. But you don't get much from Black Ink Crew New York. You got to go over to Chicago if you want to see some tattoo.
Yeah.
And if you get it from anybody, it's gonna be back. Who gonna give you something?
Who gonna give it to you? Yeah.
So down to visit Bay. And she comes straight in telling Bay she was wrong. She like, you tripping off of that little statement, you know what I'm saying? Like that child. At the end of the day, like Bay said, what you said hurt me. Point blank.
I hate when people act like, you know, when they say some shady shit or do some shady shit, back into my personal feelings. And you're supposed to be like, it's fine, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't over that? Nah.
Like that money. You still tripping off that funky little 20? It wasn't funky. At the end of the day, she finally broke down and apologized. I don't know if you accept it or not. If I was Bay, she didn't show her ass this long. I don't know if I would deal with
I probably would just say it's cool, but then just be good on her.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. Like, I see where you at though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that saying, you know, I want you to eat, you just can't eat at my table. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that about certain people. I ain't mad at you.
Wait, say that again.
I want to see you eat, but you can't eat at my table, you know?
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. What did you say one more time? Who's the author of that?
I want you to eat, but you can't eat at my table. Okay.
Can I switch it up a little bit? Okay, I'll work on that.
Yep. So at the end, Donna do this whole, I don't know, I kind of feel like this was her farewell. Maybe we won't see her no more. Her whole, I had to do what I need to do to, and that's what feed me.
I mean, I'm
my,
glad they did that because it would have been weird if it was just like what happened to Donna. So okay, so
yeah.
be done with that because really, honestly, outside of Alex, like if Alex is gonna sit there and let her put hands on him, that's fine. But she is trying to put hands on everybody.
And here's the thing. Everybody Donna understood and was happy that you was going in the line of your own business. You just all over everywhere. We thought that damn marijuana infused food was a really good idea.
Everybody came to her house, supported the whole thing.
Yeah. So don't make it seem like people was hating on you. Okay, because they supported you. It's the fool. It's you acting the fool is what ran everybody away. They know trying to stop you from making your business, so you can go on with that. Go on back to Cleveland.
But you said you could go ahead and eat, but you just can't eat at my table. There you go.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Okay. You unprofessional. Do nobody want to deal with you. Point blank. Period. That's how you do your shit. That's how you take care of business. So next week we got a press conference that C's gonna do, I guess, about his baby mama. Ted ain't having it. He ain't standing by it, and he gonna let C's know next week. So that's gonna be interesting, y'all. And that's Black Ink Crew. You wanna roll on over to that's Chicago. We're gonna roll down the street to Compton. Because let me tell you, I don't really know Compton, so you're gonna have to fill me in, but I don't like what I'm seeing.
With Compton?
I don't like what I'm seeing.
This is so crazy. So
drop something. Okay.
Compton had one season and they were out for 2 years, like the whole COVID, they were out. So, and I get it. So I guess when they had taped a lot of stuff, it just, we didn't get to see it because COVID shut everything down and kind of put a pause on Compton. So like when you put it into perspective, yeah, it's been 2 years since we've seen them. So a lot has happened since then. So, they start with like reintroducing us to everyone. We know KP. KP is like, he's from Compton. He's a tattoo artist. He opened his shop down there in a place that's unlikely, to have a tattoo shop. I guess it's because he was in a zone that was very much in the middle of the Crips and the Bloods and the Crips and the Bloods situation. So that could be, problematic in itself. So he did do things for his community. He was looking forward to building up Compton, right? He's married to Kyla Pratt. I don't know what's up with that. Are they still together or not?
They're married?
Yeah, they're married. They have
children.
Okay. I don't know if they're still married or what's up with that, but Kyla, come get your boy. Because if y'all are still together, I don't know. KP in the beginning came off as this very sweet person. And for whatever reason, he ain't that anymore. KP has, much like Ted is to C's, he has Tim. I don't know what Tim does. I don't know why Tim's there. I don't know why these people that started business, men especially, I don't feel like women necessarily do that. Like, I know for us, I got very good friends that I would not necessarily have in my business. You know what I'm saying? Or that even know my business, but they always feel like they got to bring their boy on. In the beginning, KP was trying to pattern himself after Nipsey. That was how he sold it. Like, what Nipsey did for the community and everything. So that was his thing. So he claims he wants to bring the city together, but he's so divisive in how he, does his own business. Is a little bit crazy. Just to remind you who everybody is, Voodoo, she was tattoo artist, female tattoo artist. Her family was a part of a cult, so she was dealing with a lot of issues with that. I don't know if y'all remember, like she left her mother and them, and her stepfather literally had them in a cult. So she had to run away from her family in order to survive, basically. Barbie was the receptionist, and Barbie was like really tight with them. Like they have KP and Barbie and Tim apparently have known each other for like 15 years or so. And so their relationship was very much a long relationship. In the beginning, Barbie was the receptionist / manager. I don't know why she wasn't in charge anyway, because I guess he decided he wanted his man Tim to be in charge, and Tim is his du boy. So Tim is, he's that nigga, he's Ted. Anything KP says, Tim speaks on his behalf. CT, better known as, what does he call himself? Ink something?
I don't know these folks. You gotta break it down. These new people for me.
Well,
CT
go is Cutie Pie.
First season though.
Ink dripping. That's what he calls himself. Say what?
All right, that's a little light skinned boy.
Right.
Oh, okay.
He actually was kicking it with one of the tattoo artists. That's no longer a thing, but I never thought it was gonna be a thing. We're talking about Alana. Alana is a young chick with the big titties. She's very young. She's new to everything. And so at one point, her and Ink was kind of kicking it, but Ink has some shit going on in his life, some real life shit. And I think Alana, like I said, it was just young. It was a fling. It didn't work out. Nessie is also a tattoo artist. She is from Philly, and she came there because of Lemire. So she knew Lemire. She came there to, to do her thing, but she's a tattoo artist. I don't really know much about their skills as tattoo artists, but this is how their team came together. So you got Voodoo, Ink, Alana, Nessie. Lemire came from Philly. He's a tattoo artist. And Lemire is very established. He also is very mature in that him and KP are on the same level. A lot of times people don't want to see you on their level. KP is a tattoo. He's the owner of the shop. He's married with children. Lemire is the same position in life as him. They're probably about the same age. Lemire is very established. He owns an icy business, like a frozen ice cream type thing. And in season 1, he was in a truck, like one of those street vendor type
ice
things.
cream truck. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but not
Food
just that,
truck.
not like a big truck, like a
Food truck.
Yeah,
The food truck.
right. But his business is Happy Ice, and he's very successful at it. I
like that. The Happy Ice thing, that I was like, that's dope. That's dope. I like to get in stuff that most people don't normally think of as us,
Well, apparently, like, things went really well for him. He was doing, like, he came here doing that. But usually, like, I know in my business, I feel like my business is aligned, like, as a hairstylist, you're aligned with tattoo artists and makeup artists and all of us that do things in that nature. A lot of times you have to have a second business. Lemire has a family. So when we left off before, him and his wife were expecting, and he was very, he was kind of in a dark place because his wife was having some trouble, during her pregnancy. They had thought that the baby wasn't going to make it, or that it was going to be born, with some type of disability. We see that their baby is perfectly fine. So that's good to know that through all of that, yeah, they ended up having a healthy pregnancy, but she had a hard time. So C-19 happened. Everything got shut down, as we all know. In KP's mind, his team went ghost, which, what were we all doing when C-19 happened? Like, none of us knew what the hell was going on. I feel like, and when people say 2 years, you're like, dang, it's been 2 years. Like, where we're just now trying to figure out, and I say this like in a situation at work a lot, we just are in a place now where we're figuring out that we're learning how to live with it. Like, we're not waiting on it to be over anymore. We've learned how to adapt to live with this situation. But in that moment, when everything shut down, I don't know, everybody went ghost because nobody knew what the hell was going on.
We were just trying to stay alive.
We were just trying to stay alive. So after, moving forward, like I said, everybody in his team, like they went ghost because nobody knew what was going on. So I feel like as a business owner, when you figure out what you're doing, you reach out to your team and let them know what you're doing as a business. Every owner, like I know mine did, like, my owners were constantly letting us know, like, we're waiting on the we're waiting on the okay. As soon as we get the okay, then we expect to open next week or whatever. They were constantly letting us know what was going on. For whatever reason, KP felt like these people were supposed to be checking in with him. He had a reason for being in his feelings, and we'll get to that in a minute. But coming back to opening up, KT, like what did Steve and them started with a vaccination incentive to open back up. Well, KP and them started with like a build the block type, situation where all of the businesses in the area got together, to promote their businesses and let people know that they're back open. And honestly, it was a great idea. I don't know why he wouldn't let his team know that. Don't you think that's something that you would do? Like, okay.
You would think your whole team would be there. It was for the business. Hey, y'all, break out, we back type thing.
So this is his issue. And, I'm sure it's somewhere else in my notes, but I'll skip over when I get to it. But this is his issue. So during quarantine, remember they were having these little reunion shows and things like that and trying to keep us entertained in a way, like to keep the show going. So they had this little type of so-called reunion where, everybody was virtual and they were saying their thing. Back in the beginning, KP has some issue with licensing, much like, not licensing, but permits and things of that nature, much like your girl over here in Chicago.
Charmaine.
Sure. So KP, like, he's so I am Compton and I want to do this and I want to do that. He got a lot of good ideas, but he, the business follow through is not that good. You know what I'm saying? So there was some licensing or permits that didn't fall into place the way they were supposed to. And that's on you. You're the owner. You're supposed to do that. Lemire is over here. He has a business. He has a business, not only, it's not brick and mortar, but he has a truck, like a food truck. So when you have a business like that that's outside, there's always different kind of permits and stuff that you need to sell here and be over here. And what street can you be on? How far can you go up the block? So he would definitely be the person to go to, you know what I'm saying, in order to get that done. And I remember him offering himself like, this is unacceptable. When you're about your business and you find yourself in a business that's not, that shit is frustrating as hell. And he's pretty much like, this is your shit. You opening up. If you don't have the permits that it takes for us to, be up and running properly, I can help you with that. But KP saw that as some type of him overstepping his boundaries and not showing him respect.
Because I'm the boss. You don't tell the boss what to do.
And he's very stuck on this nigga from Philly trying to tell me I am Compton. I mean, I don't care. Okay. So that's his issue with Lemire pretty much. Also, when they had that little reunion show, what's the name? Oh, Lamont. Lamont did he hosted the show. So Lamont hosted the show and he asked the whole staff who would be a better boss. And they all said Lemire. And so KP is in his feelings because they all decided that Lemire would be a better boss.
Because he's already a boss. Because
he knows how to handle business. I think KP would probably be a better boss if he got rid of Tim and his ignorant ass because, I don't know these people that want you to worship them. Like, I'm a tattoo artist. If I'm a really good tattoo artist, I could go work wherever the fuck because I'm going to be good wherever I'm at. So as a business owner, you should think of it as a blessing when you have talented artists in your business. He doesn't appreciate it.
Well, he's coming across like the female shark.
Yeah, he just wants people to worship him and he can disrespect them and there's no consequence. Over the break too, I guess, over the 2 years, over the time that we didn't see them, he hired this young lady, Star, to manage the shop. So for whatever she did, she managed to establish a relationship with the rest of the crew because they have somewhat respect for her. You know what I'm saying? So again, if Shower's your manager and you're the owner, what the hell is Tim there for? Because he don't tattoo. What is his job then? Not
He's
to manage.
He's like Ted, Tim and Ted. They're brothers. You gotta see, so it's like you gotta have a Ted. Who's your Ted?
Well, he's got a Ted,
Yeah.
an unattractive, ignorant one, as if Ted was a ignorant all on his own. But anyway, a little bit about Star. She owned her first tattoo shop when she was 16. That's pretty impressive. And she probably dated one of your favorite ball players. I don't know why I need
I
to
heard
know
her
that.
say that you ain't date my favorite ball player.
Okay, girl. I don't know what that's going to do to help you now, but I do appreciate the fact that you were 16 and owned your own tattoo shop. That's impressive. For a 16-year-old to own her own shop, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I did it. I got my driver's license when I was 16. That was my milestone. There's some old dude named Corey who's the new lead artist. So you have a whole full staff. Over COVID, you don't talk to them, but you then hire a new lead artist. We don't know him, but clearly KP is looking for people to worship him, like I said.
Yeah.
They were standing around at the benefit. It was Star, KP, and Tim, I believe, just talk about, throughout this whole episode, all I heard KP say is they weren't loyal. They were just disloyal and they weren't loyal. And she was like, let's give everybody the benefit of the doubt. At this point, he hasn't even spoken to anyone. So I don't know what his expectation was of these people, that he's in his feelings about that shit they said about him, about Lemire being a better manager. So everything else is pretty much going out the window. Anything else?
So you gonna prove it. You gonna prove that he the better manager because you finna act like a whole fool
a
right
whole
now.
dummy. Yeah. And you're gonna let Tim lead you down the way because, Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Lemire and his team are having a good old-fashioned cookout because they're celebrating the success of their business and how they thrived during COVID. This is why they think Lemire is a better leader. This dude has his happy ice in the Dodger Stadium. I feel like that's huge.
That's humongous.
In LA, you got a black-owned ice cream business in Dodger Stadium.
That's humongous.
And at the USC games. USC.
Humongous. Really? That's wonderful.
So Barbie came to the barbecue. Barbie in the 2 years has since had a baby. So now her and Lemire's wife have bonded over being moms. Barbie is, again, KP's receptionist, but they're over here like still. How you talk to Lemire and you haven't talked to KP? Because KP's mad like a little baby child.
Because of what you said.
Because of what you said. So Nessie comes through the barbecue and she wanted to talk to him outside before she went in. And, she was just like, so apparently KP made this post on Instagram. Now you ain't reached out to your people, but you posted on Instagram that you're looking for new artists. So they're like, well, where they gonna be? Because,
who ain't gonna be there?
Well, there's no chairs. So they're confused. They're like, he ain't talked to us, but he's out here hiring artists. To me, Lemire is like, he's living in his successful moment. He doesn't need KP. It's neither here nor there for them. But Nessie is his friend, and I think he does have respect for the artist. So he cares on that level, but he's like, I don't, if the nigga ain't called me, it is what it is. Voodoo actually went to work at a tattoo shop in Venice. So there's a tattoo shop in Venice Beach. I don't know how far that is from Compton, but some people were able to work from home during COVID. I was not able to work from home. I was blessed that I wasn't out for 2 years with no employment.
Mm-hmm.
But when shit opened up, she had to go find somewhere to work.
So that means if she was able to go to Venice and tattoo, that means after everybody got the okay to go back to work, he still didn't open up.
He didn't open up. And it seems as though he partnered with some kind of music studio. So now you're off the even page that you were on because you've, combined your tattoo shop with a music studio, which is all fine and good. But he said when it started, like he remodeled. And I'm like, why you remodel? You just opened. Who remodels after you just open? So, I'm assuming that was him adding the tattoo studio, but I thought the same thing. I was like, well, if she was able to find somewhere to work, then that means
they were back to work. Right.
Sorry.
It's all right. I just had a little over here too.
Somebody's having a PlayStation moment. Anyway, she ain't got no word from KP. So she's like, I got to pay my bills. That's right. What I'm doing. She's also like designing lingerie. And I think over COVID, a lot of people found a second way. Everybody was trying to hustle, figure out how to make money. She's a cute little teeny girl who looks good in lingerie. She could post that shit on the internet and people are going to be all crazy over her little bitty body. So I could see how that would work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to knock the hustle. I say, girl, do what you got to do. But when you force the hustle, you figure stuff out, I don't know, sell smoothies. Whatever works. She over here trying to pay bills and he over here in his feelings because somebody said Lemire was a better manager. So the girls met up at Voodoo's house, so she could show off their lingerie. They're all little bitty girls. So she took advantage of the opportunity to take some pictures in the lingerie and promote her business. And obviously the people that work there have stayed connected with each other.
Sound like it.
And they get along with obviously.
Each other. It's just not you. So that's
not you. So how much of a blessing would it be to have people in your shop that are talented and they get along with each other? I don't know, KP. I'm worried about you, bro. Alana and Ink are no longer together, like I said. So she wasn't there. She went to Arizona with some new boy and she was doing her thing in Arizona. So they're not mad at Alana because I think she probably was not on that show. So she never said anything
about she probably would have. She just wasn't on the show.
She wasn't there. So they have offered her a position back. Had a meeting with her separately, but ain't said nothing to nobody else. So if you were able to reach out to Alana, then why, didn't you reach out to everybody else? But we know why that's a thing. Nessie brought up KP's post, and then that's when they find out that Alana's like, well, they talked to me, but she spoke to Tim. Tim called her up because I don't know, maybe that's his job, calling up people. So KP and Tim are at the meeting at the shop having a team meeting with just him, what he called his core people. So it's him, new guy, Star, and KP. He writing stuff on the board. What are we gonna require of our new artists? Loyalty, respect,
money, power, respect, what you need in life. He on some other stuff. We ain't talking business. We're gonna talk about what he did, how I'm feeling. Something wrong with him.
Respect? What are you talking about? This is
something's wrong with him.
And homegirl was like, can you please spell your shit right? Because at the end of the thing,
and you're not spelling stuff right.
He's over here writing on the board, misspelling things. So Alana shows up the meeting, to find out that, she's the only one that's going to be working there apparently. And then she finds out KP's mad that everybody said Lemire is, y'all said Lemire is a better boss. He must have said that 15 times. Actually, no, he kept saying, y'all said y'all rather work for Lemire than me. And I'm like, that's actually not what they said. They did not say they'd rather work for Lemire. They said he's better management than you are. And that's okay. I have two bosses. One is definitely better management than the other because one doesn't have a filter. He doesn't.
Right.
You know who to send to talk to people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And never is he in his feelings because he knows he's not the one. He knows that's not his strong suit. Let me get the other guy to handle, people and their feelings.
Right.
Star is telling them, like, that's not business. You talking about personal stuff. That's not what this is. Business is you call up your people and let them know what's going on. But he doesn't, he doesn't want to do that. Matter of fact, he went somewhere and did somebody's tattoo, and the whole time he complained about how his people are not loyal, and they said that Lemire is a better boss, and he whined that wine for an entire hour. And matter of fact, he turned it into a me against Lemire thing. Nobody even asked for that. Lemire is over at his crib living his life, not giving a shit what you got going on over at your thing, because he don't have to be there. Period.
Mm-mm.
Star meets up with the girls to try to, get a feel for. I feel like Star is clearly, in the time we missed, Star has a fine relationship with the girls. She meets up with them, and they're pretty much telling her, like, if he's gonna be disrespectful, there's no reason for us to be there. Period. I will consider going back, but I'm only gonna go back if he tries to, if he shows me respect. Now, respect was the first thing on his dry erase board. But you can't demand respect from people if you're not gonna give it to them. Is that what you're looking for? Because it sounds like you want respect.
No, he said respect me. He didn't say I gotta respect you.
And that's exactly how he feels. Because he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Lemire back at his crib, him and his wife are talking about. I think Lemire is in a different place. And when you go through things like what they went through with that baby, by the way, his wife is pregnant again, so they're expecting their second child. He's just in a different place as a grown man, Lemire. The milestones that he has achieved as a young Black man, getting his small business, turning it into what he has turned it into, I get it. You start seeing yourself in a different position. So he sees himself as like artist development. I don't have to be in there like tattooing, hustling. That's not, I'm a skilled artist, but he's at a point in his career where he would rather share his knowledge than, be hustling behind a chair to do tattoos. He doesn't have to. He has a whole nother successful business. And I'm like, wouldn't that be great if you opened a business and you had somebody that was willing to work for you as an artist development so that your tattoo artist, so that your young artist can become better? Imagine that. Imagine somebody offered that to you. I don't think KP's into it. Ink, he has a lot going on. I guess over this, time that everybody's been separated, his house burned down.
That's sad.
His grandmother is sick. Like, he has gone through some very traumatic things. And I feel like Ink is grieving, which people usually think of grieving as something that you go through when somebody dies, but leaving your house burning and watching your siblings and stuff run out of the house, that'll do a lot. It's just traumatic. And
that is.
When you're dealing with that kind of trauma, I can see why it would affect your creative energy. Because as an artist, I know sometimes you get in a funk and you can't, like, I have been in a funk where, like, I can't draw. I can't do any of the things that I know I'm capable of because your creative energy is just clouded by real life stuff that's going on.
Absolutely.
And so if your life work is to be an artist and you're drawing permanent tattoos on people, if you ain't in it, you ain't gonna be able to do it. So I don't understand, honestly, why you didn't call this boy and say, are you okay? Is there anything you need? I can't see, we talked about Chicago. I can't see Ryan having any one of his artists go through that without Ryan saying, y'all, like, we need to do something for Ink.
I mean, look how they did Shar after she acted a plumb down fool.
She acted a fool
against him. He was right there with her when her mom passed away.
And not for nothing, as fucked up as C's is, I feel like he would have been there for his artists that went through something like that. But that ain't, you know, he and his feelings. I don't even know if this dude even said anything about Lemire being a better artist. He just hasn't said anything. He literally showed up and was quiet. So Star called the meeting. Everybody shows up at the meeting. Lemire obviously is not going. He's and I can't blame him. Lemire's like, I'm not doing that. Why they have a meeting in the parking lot? Why were they outside and standing around?
Because y'all not welcome in my shit. That's why. Because he's a baby. This my ball.
So why are we here?
Because he just want to fuss.
Actually, he didn't. Everybody goes to the parking lot and he didn't fuss, but his stupid ass side boy, Tim, decided to do all the talking. KP put him in charge and he let his ignorant ass run. So Tim wants Nessie to shut up. That's what she can do if she wants to be a part of the team. You get to say whatever you want to say to me, disrespectful or not, and I don't get to respond. That's, you know, how he feels about Nessie. He thinks Voodoo is being disrespectful by working at another shop and posting it. Because I got to eat. Because I got to eat during this time where we don't know what's happening in the world. I still got bills to pay. And I'm not supposed to promote myself.
Was he taking care of Tim? Why Tim going so hard? How did Tim get his during pandemic?
KP
going hard. That's what I'm saying. Was KP taking care of him? You going hard for somebody?
Like, you be wondering like why these niggas why they single. You single. Ain't no woman out here want to be with a man that go that hard for another nigga. Like, where is what you got going on in your life?
Right.
Barbie, you need to bring something to the table. I would love to know what Tim is bringing to the table, but he wants Barbie to bring something to the table. Matter of fact, Barbie, we've known you for so long. We feel like you should be on our side. And I'm like, when did it get to be sides, though? I thought your side, I thought the team was called there to discuss how, you know, what the expectations are moving forward. I'm not finna stand in no parking lot during my meeting. This is stupid.
There's some little kid shit that they doing.
Ink, I need more from you. Not how you doing, not yourself. I need more from you. Ink really wasn't saying nothing, and this nigga was snapping. So much so that he wanted to fight Ink. Do you want to fight him because he cute and you a little troll looking nigga? Like, is that what it is?
Because he ain't never liked them. Because then you said Ink had the girl.
The little young girl, yeah.
Yeah, so he ain't never really liked her. He probably really liked the old girl and she liked him or something on the inside. You know,
I was like, is it jealousy? Because this dude showed up and said nothing. He literally said nothing, and you wanted to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, it was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, why do you keep saying my name? I didn't even say nothing. So, you know, KP is still mad. And this is so weird because he handed out these envelopes. This is the rules. You can sign this, you can read it. If you want to be here, then you can be here. If you don't, then you don't. And they was like, all right, I'm good on this. You know, because KP once again started, y'all said y'all wanted to work for Lemire. Why ain't you working for Lemire?
Because he doesn't have a tattoo place. I'm trying to be on TV.
Not yet, he doesn't. C's calls a meeting because C's realizes that, hey, KP, guess what? If you don't have no tattoo artist, guess what else you don't have?
A show.
You don't have a show. These people were hired to do a show and you don't have one because you decided that nobody is worthy except for Tim and 12-year-old Alana. So he meets up with C's and C's even sees the talent in his team. Like, C's is trying to tell him, like, you really got a dope team. You need to appreciate that because that's a blessing in itself. And I say that all the time. Like, as an owner of a business, if you have a talented team, especially if your team's talent is an artistic one, You need to at least respect and appreciate that, because you can have a bunch of Donnas up in your shop, and what is that gonna do for you? Anybody coming to get a ankle painted black?
Mm-mm.
He even explained to him like what happened with him and Puma and how much time they wasted fighting over nothing really when they could have been moving forward in business. Because Puma is very good at what he does in terms of the business aspect. So, C sets it up for, well, first of all, KP is like, Puma was his lifetime friend. I don't know this nigga from a can of paint. That's besides the point, though. What he's saying to you is you could squash that stupid shit, because what are you even fighting for? You don't even really have a reason. And the thing is, Lemire ain't even really sweating that shit. KP is all in his feelings by himself. Lemire ain't,
He ain't said nothing.
He ain't said nothing except for that's messed up, like how he's doing his team over there.
Right.
Should let them know what's going on. So C's calls a meeting between KP and Lemire. KP sitting up there talking about, I'm Compton. I don't want this Philly nigga coming in here like telling me what to do. So you got to be from the same neighborhood in order to do business, because I didn't hear him say
he sound like a real fool.
Didn't he sound like a fool? And then the whole time he was talking all that shit, he was looking down. I was like, you ain't even looking.
I know. I'm like, you're not a man. You can't look this man in the face.
He couldn't even look him in the face. And then he did look him in the face when he got to, and as far as personal, fuck you. Well, what am I supposed to do with that?
And I was sitting there like, this who Kayla Pratt with?
Kayla, where you at? I need to know, are they still together? Because she doesn't really do much as far as his show is concerned. But maybe that's why he's angry. Is he feeling like Cisco? Is he over there mad at the world because he ain't seen his kids?
No.
Do we need Peter? Do we need Peter and what's the name? Dallas to come hold your hand, KP? Because
he seems to me to have little man syndrome. Little man syndrome and
unintelligent man syndrome.
My girl is the star.
So then I am.
Shit. So this is the first time that I get to be the boss. And since I'm not the boss at home, I'm finna come over here and act a fool. And then I get over here and y'all saying somebody else is the better boss. So now I'm just gonna lay down and cry because I'm in my feelings.
He's been in his feelings for a long time, because that shit was a long time ago, because I saw it. It was so long ago, I don't remember. Do you remember?
You couldn't shake that off. I don't watch him. So
no, it was both Black Inks. That's what I'm saying. It was one of those things where when they was doing, everybody was on TV and they had C's and all them talking.
I didn't watch none of that.
I saw it. So I'm like, you still mad from that long ago? Shit, that shit was 2 years ago. Well, Lemire said, well, as far as feelings, I get you. Fuck you too. But he still was like, however, if you need someone to help you develop your artist to a point where they can start charging more money to help build your business, I would be glad to help you do that, because I care about them. KP mad. We already doing that. Who's doing it? Not Tim. Tim doesn't tattoo. Not Barbie. Barbie's a receptionist. She doesn't tattoo. So who's the one in charge of artist development?
Nobody. He just don't want to let him have it.
So then from there, he went to, you act like you can't be touched. What?
You can't even look at the man.
What?
No, he's putting the head out on him. That's what it sounds like.
Lemire is like, ain't nobody came in here on no gangster shit. Are you out of your mind? What are you talking about? Is he okay? No, he's not okay.
No, clearly he's not. Something wrong with him.
What happened to him wanting to be like Nipsey? Because that sounds like the opposite. When he first started, he wanted to be on this Nipsey Hussle vibe. Nipsey wasn't out there threatening to touch people that I know of, was he?
A lot of people were saying that, like, it was good in the moment, but your true who you are didn't really come out.
like you said, insecure little man. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I feel like there's a lot of businesses, probably a good more than half of businesses that are successful. They're successful because the person that had the money to open it also had the good sense to put good leadership in place.
But there's also a lot of business like him. Like, haven't you been somewhere and you be like, well, how these fools get the money? Because they don't know how to run stuff. And there's a place here that it's a little restaurant. Well, you was on the phone with me. It's a little
For hours.
I waited for hours to get my food. Like I literally like hours.
Oh my God. I feel like I went to the grocery store, came home, did everything, run from across town, and you were still at the drive.
It was like they told me 45 minutes. I gave them an hour, got there and still had to wait another hour that y'all pulled me over. No, I stayed in the drive-through for about 30 minutes. Then y'all pulled me over another hour. Then y'all didn't say, when the girl finally came out, she gave me my food. Y'all didn't give me a drink. Y'all didn't say sorry for nothing. Nothing. And even to this day, they might be open, they might not be open. Who knows? Who knows what they doing over there? And you just be dumb people.
You said I won't be spending no more hours at your drive-through though.
No. And then when you complain and when you say something, the first thing y'all say is y'all don't give black business a chance. Look, this is what we're talking about. Not only that, the girl had her gun on her.
The girl had a gun. So now I'm not comfortable. I'm not going to complain because you've sent this girl to shoot me. That's like something great.
Come on.
Well, when this Tim looked at this girl and said, well, I need you to be quiet more. I was like, here we go with this.
You will never say that to a guy.
I don't work for straight men. I generally only work for gay men. That just works better.
I work for straight men, but if y'all knew, if you said that to any of the women that worked with, it would have been a whole out argument. That wouldn't.
Yeah, but your job has human resources. Mine does not, and neither do that.
That human resource, not the job I'm at now. The job before, that human resource wasn't no human resource. That was the most. I don't know who they worked for. Whoever was in that CD spot.
Well, this shit ended with KP screaming at them, if you want to go work for KP, go work for Lemire, go work for Lemire. And it appears as though Lemire has decided to open his own shop.
Yeah. And that's what's going on. And remember you said that because you told me to go. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna go back.
It looks like they just said something to upset Star because she went from being this sweet little girl that may have dated your favorite basketball player to
not mine.
Not yours. She ain't dated yours.
Never. Girl, you ain't.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Well, which one we talking about?
Your favorite, nigga. Which one is your favorite? I know mine.
I mean, my favorite. I know she ain't dated because my favorite is older than me. So I know.
Well, your favorite better not be my favorite.
Who's your favorite?
You know, Chris Webber is my man.
Oh no, I don't think he could have did no Chris Webber. I mean, my favorite. You know, that's AI. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Wasn't AI and Chris Webber playing about the same time? I think Chris might have been there a little bit before AI, but
you know, I had a whole fit back in the day.
So she ain't dated your
not mine.
Mine either. I ain't worried about that. Yeah. She might have dated my favorite football player because he's 12, but
do I have one of them? There's so many of them. I don't know if I have one.
Your favorite football player?
Yeah, I don't know if I have.
My favorite is a young one, child. He's a young one.
My favorite football player is Jonathan Bernard. Because
He's related to you. Okay.
said my favorite.
My favorite football player is Alvin Kamara. He didn't play the last of the season, but it's okay, girl. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's Black Ink Compton. We're gonna see what's happening. Looks like C's gonna invite Kat to come in and take over. I don't know how much she gonna be
That's
involved.
probably the best that to do out of, but he's not
I
gonna
feel like that's a good look. KP, do
It's
you
not-
know
he
he'll
ain't
have
gonna
a
get the
job, or
respect.
is it gonna be Lemire and Kat?
right. At the end of the day, Kat ain't gonna be going for that. You ain't gonna be talking to her crazy either. So and they
And can you do something
her
with
more.
Tim's dusty, rusty ass? Can you go tell Tim, let him go work at the Amoco or something that he's actually qualified to do? Oh, that's right. We don't have people that pump gas no more, do we? That's the job's no longer available.
Kayla, that's your man.
Girl, Kayla, where you at?
Doctor's
Somebody come get him. He's acting like an asshole.
oh Lord. We'll see.
On that note, where my man at?
Dang. He done came down here like 3 times. He mad. Dang, you ready? He coming. Because if I do it,
I'm not going near it.
here he come. Come on.
Smack that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
See you on the next one.